What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV. Welcome back to the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. You know we got another banger for y'all. We got some breaking news, y'all. Man, but before we go there, kick back, relax, and come take a ride with your boy. So we know superstar coming off of 12.3 million views in an Elite 8 matchup, Angel Reese has declared for the WNBA draft, effectively ending her tenure at LSU. And what a just spectacular and productive 2 years it has been for the Bayou Barbie. She bids farewell. And I think it was expected. But before we get into all that, make sure y'all join the memberships and hit that subscribe button for all the latest and the greatest. Now, let's get into it.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakeney.
So we know Angel Reese just released a heartfelt tribute to LSU, appreciating her time there and just showing love to all the people she's inspired and met along the way. We're talking about a national champion, All-American, SEC Player of the Year, has just been dominant, found her second win after leaving Maryland. The former McDonald's All-American achieved everything she wanted to at the college ranks, racked up the NIL deal, turned into a superstar overnight with just one motion to Caitlin Clark, and she's a household name now. Angel Reese has become a brand, and she's even stated herself that that brand is bigger than LSU. As far as the WNBA draft, we know that she is a potential lottery pick. I've seen her as high as 4, somewhere around 6 and 7 on a lot of others, maybe 8. We know that she's going early first round, and her game should translate. We've seen where, she has the potential to be that point forward, bring the ball up, start the fast break, run the offense through her, and she can pass, play make, and get other players involved. She's a dog on the floor. Do not let the face fool you. She is an absolute dog, a competitor, and somebody that you want going to war with you night in and night out. Her teammates have spoken highly of her, and we saw how she was really emotional after that game against Iowa, man.
I just try to stand strong. I've been through so much. I've seen so much. I've been attacked so many times. Death threats. I've been sexualized. I've been threatened. I've been so many things, and I've stood strong every single time. And I just try to stand strong for my teammates because I don't want them to see me down and, not be there for them. So I just want to always just know, I'm still a human. All this has happened since I won the national championship, and I said the other day, I haven't had peace since then. And it sucks, but I still wouldn't change. I wouldn't change anything, and I would still sit here and say, I'm unapologetically me. I'm going to always leave that mark and be who I am and stand on that. And hopefully the little girls that look up to me, and hopefully I give them some type of inspiration that, hopefully it's not this hard and all the things that come at you, but keep being who you are. Keep waking up every day. Keep being motivated, staying who you are, staying 10 toes, don't back down, and just be confident.
Let me tell you something. Everybody can have their opinion on Angel Reese, but y'all don't know her. Y'all don't know Angel Reese. I know Angel Reese. I know the real Angel Reese. And the person I see every day is a strong person. Is a caring, loving person, bro. The crown she wears is heavy, bro. She's the type of teammate that's going to make you believe in yourself. The leap that I took from my freshman to sophomore year, Angel gave me that confidence to go be a dog. Playing next to a dog every day. And, just to see how the media ridicule her, went through our problems, but, this is my sister right here. And I'm so proud of her, the media, y'all, how they like to twist and call her a villain and all of that, y'all don't know Angel, bro. And I'm just happy that I get to play with her. I get to be around her presence. Her energy is different. She just make me a better player. She make me a better player, and that's what great players do.
And it's something really interesting about that situation where that villain word keeps getting thrown around, man. I don't really know how it happened either, but it just keeps getting thrown around when it's associated with Angel Reese. And, FS1 Joy Taylor even came out and spoke about it.
I'll say this. I really enjoy villains.
Mm-hmm.
I like villains.
Mm-hmm.
I like villains more than most. But why is she a villain? Because of what she does on the court?
She said she was.
Who made her the villain?
She said she was the villain.
Self-proclaimed.
Who made her the villain? Because someone made her the villain, and it wasn't her. She was being herself and bragging the same way that all athletes brag when they win, when they hit a big shot, when they do this. I've seen it a million times, but we don't talk about them the way that we talk about Angel Reese. So it's very easy to say that we're just going to eliminate the fact that she is a young girl and eliminate the fact that she is a black girl and eliminate the fact that she's an unapologetic black girl. We could take all that out. I love playing the we don't see color game. We don't see gender game. Let's do that. Do we talk about men who brag after winning or hitting a big shot the way that we talk about Angel Reese? I'll clear it up for you. We don't do segments about that because it's very common. We're used to seeing it. It's absorbed differently. There's an expectation of how Angel Reese is supposed to act. The reason we know that is because of the reaction that we got from her. And when she did that to Caitlin Clark last year, people didn't like it. Men do that all the time. Joe Burrow, we could pull up so many clips of men doing this and this and this and this.
And I'm with Joy. Who was the one that originally made Angel Reese the villain? Now, I get it. She talks a lot of trash. 9 times out of 10, she's out there backing it up. But we see this in sports. Now, I'm not going to say there's not a guy that has not been torn down. Because we saw Cam Newton get destroyed for hitting a few dabs and giving some footballs away to kids. So we've seen male counterparts get torn down, too, for celebrations and being overly rambunctious. Especially, athletes that some people may perceive as cocky, more so than competitive. But Angel Reese has been attacked like no other college athlete we've seen. And I'm not here to debate whether it's right or wrong or how y'all should feel or how y'all should address, your thoughts and processes and feelings towards Angel Reese. That's not what this video is about. But we're just pointing out the fact that, hey, she has been in the spotlight more times than not. She's handled herself with grace. Yes, she's a competitor. She's a fierce competitor on that court in between them lines. But it seems like majority of the college athletes that have competed against her have big respect for her. Caitlin Clark, one of them, who, we've seen these two get pitted against each other since last year. Caitlin Clark able to get her revenge this year. But, even in the handshake line, it was nothing but love. Now, I'm not saying I agree with everything Joy Taylor said, but I do get where she's coming from in that respect. And I don't know. Do y'all feel like Angel Reese played victim in that last clip? Like, I'll let y'all debate that. I'll let y'all decide that. I'm not here to say yay or nay on either side. I mean, the part about her being sexualized, but also, being in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. Hey, if your mama gave it to you, you deserve to flaunt it. I'm not saying that, but I don't think you can really cry wolf and call out people sexualizing you when you're putting yourself in that type of perception, But I'm not out here shaming nobody. You got the right to do what you want to do and do what you want to do with your body. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm just saying I get the perspective of people seeing her in that certain element and having thoughts and having, feelings and words to express. I get that. Now, I get too, Angel Reese is a black woman. She's strong. She's not up there looking for pity, I don't think, or wanting people to feel sorry for her. But your heart hurts a little bit seeing, just the emotion and hearing some of the stuff she's dealt with, seeing her teammates come and speak up for her as well. It was emotional, man. And, that was a heartfelt loss. And I know a lot of people that watch my stuff were pretty thrilled to see LSU not be able to defend their championship in the national championship game. A lot of people was happy to see them lose. Let's just call a spade what it is. We know that much. They've been called arrogant. They celebrate heavy. Angel Reese is a talker. She out there waving at fans, talking smack to assistant coaches. She's definitely not innocent in this situation. I'm not saying that, but I'm just wondering what y'all think about that clip and also what Joy Taylor said. It was an incredible year, though, on the court for Angel Reese. On the year, she averaged 18.6 points per game, 13.4 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 47.1% from the field, for the 6'3 junior. She missed several games and still was able to collect SEC Player of the Year. I mean, it was a slow start for her, and we weren't really sure. We still don't know why exactly she got benched. There was talk about her GPA. I saw rumors about her being pregnant, all types of stuff. She went through the breakup with Cam Fletcher. Like, she's been doing a lot, man, and continue to just keep the main thing, and just be a heck of a basketball player. So salute to her. She had an incredible season, a heck of a last ride. She's a national champion. She accomplished what she needed to accomplish at LSU. She will be a legend in Tigers lore forever, and they will severely miss her next year, man. I think for her at the next level, she's going to have to work on that jumper, get that range, and be able to hit that mid-range J. So at least respect, so defenses can respect it, man. Because that, I'm going to just bully you, is not going to work in the WNBA. I'm sorry. She's got to get a little bit more finesse, work on that skill set, work on that jump shot. But we know she's got the handles. She's a tenacious rebounder. She guards the basketball, can play multiple positions, guard multiple positions. She's shown some flashes of being able to hit that jump shot, but I think that'll be her next development over the next few months. Shoot as many jumpers as she can. Work on that handle and continue to be aggressive and as versatile as she possibly can be at the next level. Because being drafted early, she's going to have a lot of pressure on her to deliver. And there are going to be a lot of eyes just because of the following she's built. People want to see her succeed and people want to see her fail, man. Speaking of failed, we've talked a lot about Hailey Van Lith. She hasn't made a decision yet. And, we haven't really gotten word whether she'll be back at LSU or not. She should probably come back to redeem herself. I think, averaging over 19 points last year for Louisville, we saw her have her best season as a junior, and I think she was a lock, at least for a fringe first-round pick. And going to LSU completely killed her draft stock. And it didn't go the way I don't think anybody planned for this team. She had some very positive games. She had some very low games as well. And they was bullying her. That Iowa picked her apart in that NCAA tournament, man. Like, the defense has to. If you can't guard, you can't guard Sydney Falter. You can't guard Kate Martin. What you supposed to do when you got to go up against Kelsey Plum or Jackie Young or Sabrina Ionescu? What are you supposed to do then? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man. So definitely some work to be done. I think her best bet is to come back. And we saw a quote, man. Kim Mulkey really wants Hailey Van Lith to come back to LSU. Mulkey said, "I hope it's not her last game, but if it is, I'm proud to have been her coach for a year." Mulkey said she's got another year if she wants to come back. But the thing that we talk about a lot on the men's side, we talk about one and dones and how terrible that is. You go through a period, you can't have these players for long periods of time. They're selfish. They're going to take care of themselves. Look, everybody is different and everybody has to do what they're going to do. We know Van Lith spent 3 seasons at Louisville before transferring to LSU. In 2022, her best season, she led Louisville to the Final Four, and she was named Most Outstanding Player in the Wichita region. She was honorable All-American as well. And she just won a gold medal with Team USA in the 3v3 tournament. And you look at her career numbers, freshman year, 11.2 points, 5.2 rebounds, 2.1 assists. She improved the scoring every year up until this year, 14.4 sophomore year. Her best season, 19.7, 4.5 rebounds, 3.2 assists. I know she went to LSU to be better equipped to play the point guard position and run an offense in the WNBA. But, man, you look at it, and she's only up 0.4 assists from her Louisville days, man. But the scoring drops almost 8 points per game. I think she literally killed her draft stock going to LSU. We saw some ups, we saw some downs, but we also saw her lose a lot of minutes to Last Terapoa, especially towards the end of the season, man. I think at LSU, Hailey Van Lith still has a lot to prove, and they need her. They haven't done much on the recruiting trail or the transfer portal. They do have Jada Richard and Jersey Wolfenberger coming in, 2 guards. I don't expect Richard to really play much. The freshman coming in trying to crack this rotation, especially when they still got Valise as well. Like, there's going to be some mouths to feed before they even think about the freshman. Wolfenberger, more so a wing player, can play the forward too. So, I don't know. Laster Poa and Hailey Van Lith could very well be in the backcourt starting together next year with Flage or Michaela Williams maybe. I don't know what kind of look they go, real small ball like, or maybe they have Poa coming off the bench, or maybe they have Hailey Van Lith coming off the bench and going back to what she does best. But at 5'7", you got to be able to run a team in the WNBA. There's not really any 5'7" shooting guards in the WNBA out there getting their stuff off without being able to run a team. So I think that'll be the next step, but she's got to come back, right? Well, like, what do y'all think? I think she has to come back. I mean, she's still got a lot to prove, and it doesn't seem like they've really filled her position yet. Mulkey wants her back. She's got more to prove, man, and I think an extra year at LSU could really go a long way to boosting her draft stock. I mean, we're seeing Paige Beckers come back. She arguably would have been a top 5 pick, so it's a different situation. But Hailey Van Lith has a chance to play herself back in the first round. The draft won't be as loaded next year. So I think it will be a really opportune time for her to come back for that extra year and, flourish under that offense, learn under Kim Mulkey a little bit more, and just show that she can get back to that performance, that level of playing that we saw her have her junior year at Louisville. Maybe she should have stayed, man. I don't know. She probably wouldn't have the ball in her hand as much as she would like. So, maybe the best opportunity was for her as a point guard to develop, to go to LSU. It just didn't quite work out the way that we were all expecting, man. So I know Angel Reese is leaving. I think Hailey Van Lith, she still has a decision to make. I think it would be wise for her future to come back to LSU. But she may end up going pro. Maybe she goes overseas and plays and then makes a comeback to the WNBA in a couple years after she develops. We've seen her play against pros. She's aggressive enough. She can hold her own. We saw her in that 3v3, with her game wide open, her being able to operate in the pick and roll and hit that mid-range jumper and be aggressive. We want to see her shoot a little better from the 3 than she did this year. But man, it wasn't a failure. I won't say that, but it just wasn't what we thought when we heard that she was transferring last year. I think we can all agree on that. There's some things that she still has to figure out, and that's okay. Having that extra year will give her the prime opportunity to do that. Like we said, Coach Kim Mulkey wants her back. LSU absolutely needs her. They need as many bodies as they can get. I don't know if Del Rosario is the answer to replace Angel Reese. They need her to make a major leap into her sophomore year to even be considered for this role. They do get Samaya Smith back, so that will be a huge boost for them in the front court. A double-digit scorer that missed majority of this year with an injury, so that'll be big. She's part of that national championship team, but LSU got some rebuilding to do. We've seen them linked to Georgia Moore, to Leah Scott, some other players in the transfer portal. So it'll be interesting to see. I think, with Hailey Van Lith's decision looming, that will determine how they attack the portal as well. The needs that they need to address immediately. But they need to get more size. They need to get more depth. They've got to find somebody that can play next to Anissa Morrow, who will arguably be the number 1 low post option for this team. You bring back Flage Johnson. You bring back Michaela Williams, who led them in that Elite 8 matchup. So that's what you want to see. Flage is definitely ready with Anissa Morrow to be one of the best 1-2 punches we see in the NCAA next season. We know that this team has the heart of a champion. They have that championship DNA. We've seen them get it done. There will still be members from that team with Smith, Laster Poa, that were on that national championship team, Flage Johnson. So leading into that next era of LSU basketball, we know Kim Mulkey is going to hit that portal hard because they missed out on so many top high school players coming in this year. So it'll be interesting to see. I think Hailey Van Lith definitely has a big decision to make, and her decision could impact LSU tremendously in what they want to do next season. But she needs to come back, work on that defense, especially, man, because she was the weakest link on that defensive side, and it was one of the biggest factors in her losing minutes because sometimes she just was not playable in close games down the stretch. The shot wasn't falling, and she couldn't guard this chair that I'm sitting in. So that definitely has to improve. She cannot continue to get picked on the way that she has been, especially by guards that have no shot at seeing the WNBA where she's trying to get to. But y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments, man, on the improvements and how she can fit in better and adjust better into this system next year. Y'all holler at your boy. Let me know how y'all feel in the comments. That's a wrap for us. For all the latest and the greatest, I am Brandon Blakeney, a.k.a. Brandon Lee TV. Until next time, hey, we out.